Hi, it's Vlad and welcome to your first class at Safe Goal Saved Asian Academy. Old proverb says that whoever saves one life saves the world entire. And what we do helps save many lives of those who love playing soccer. Thank you for starting this course with us. Today, I'm going to tell you what is really wrong with the soccer goals in the United States. That will be exciting. Let's go. Let's start with some numbers. According to the United States Soccer, there are over 25 million people play in the country. On the fields they play, there are more than 700,000 sets of soccer goals. Okay, but the following numbers will be not that fun. According to the Consumer Product Safety Commission's report, over 200,000 people apply to emergency department after they hit against a goalpost each year. 1 to 3 children die under the falling soccer goals. When I talk to athletic directors and coaches, I usually hear two opposite opinions. First, that might happen but has never happened in my practice. And second, when I was young, I dive into a goalpost and have a scar on my head. Or, I know somebody who was injured while hitting against a post. However, we got tons of acknowledgments from official statistics, coaches, and journalistic investigations which prove that modern soccer goals may be dangerous for players. They may be also inconvenient in use by coaches. And third, they expose the risk of lawsuits towards schools administrators, local officials, and academy owners. And nobody knows when and where the next accident is going to happen. I'm telling you, the people in charge of whose field somebody died had never saw that it's going to happen with them. So, what's wrong with the soccer goals? Main purpose of soccer goals is to show you where you need to score. The goals are located on the baseline of the field, so no questions about that. Both teams' players run back and forth close by the goalposts and consistently hit against it. As we know, almost all the goals are made of metal, which means that in case of collision, athlete's body absorbs full power of impact. Consequences are injuries, fractures, and concussions. But what does it mean for players? Well, it could be an inability to play for some time or even career finish. We should not forget also about medical expenses, lawsuits, and penalties. And there's no player in the world who wants to finish like that. Well, as we see, these injuries happen because of the design of the goals, its location on the field, and the nature of the game. Well, we cannot change soccer rules, but we can definitely change the goals. There's a big difference in types of soccer goals used in the United States and Europe. I've seen many square and rectangular shaped goals in the US, but people haven't used them in Europe already for a long time. Europeans mostly use round or elliptical shaped goals. Why? First reason is safety. Collision with the edge of the post may end badly for a player. Second reason, soccer ball gets damaged by these edges. I've also noticed a lot of soccer goals in the United States which simply have no transportation wheels. Well, you coaches know that sometimes you need to move the goals over the field back and forth, sometimes you do it by yourself, sometimes you ask players. But let me tell you this, pulling out the goals and moving them, it could be also very dangerous. In the description to this video, you will find a link to a fatal accident report when kid died while moving the soccer goals. Here is another great problem with the soccer goals. More than 200 heavy injuries and up to 3 fatalities are the consequences of the goals tipped over every year. There are following reasons of this problem. First, over 90% of the goals don't have a built-in counterweight, and you have to use sandbags or metal brackets to fix it. Second, More than half of the goals remain unfixed after being moved over the field. Sometimes people are just lazy to bring sandbags or just underestimate the problem. Third, unfixed goals tip over when kids climb and swing on the goals or when strong wind blows. Of course, there are some states like New York or Illinois where fixing the goals is a mandatory. But the reality is that more than 50% of them remain unfixed. To solve this problem, we have eliminate human factor and change the design of the goals. There are over 40 different soccer goals producers in the United States. They make soccer goals from steel or aluminum. Some of them are big dogs with a huge dealer network, some of them just small and local. Manufacturers compete with each other using marketing, advertisement campaigns, etc., but some of them do price wars. You should understand that cheaper goals have lower operating life. To push the price down, they use thin profile walls, cheaper materials, cheaper painting. Price may be great, but the goals are less durable and won't last long. Some manufacturers make excellent goals. Some of them produce, as we call it, metal pipes. But what do all of them have in common? Right, all they produce the goals which are dangerous and may cause injuries to children and adults. Key takeaways from these lessons are: first, all the goals are made of metal and player absorbs power of impact after colliding with it. Second, most of the goals have a square shape, have no wheels and no built-in counterweight. These facts make all metal goals very dangerous for players and very inconvenient in use for coaches. Alright, we did a great job with you today, and in the next video you will learn how the safe goals can help to solve these issues. Okay, that's it for now, and if you have any questions, feel free to email us at agents@safegoal.us. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video.